Alright, here we go. Welcome back to Anime Open Topics, episode 15. We have some really interesting topics to discuss here. Before I talk about the interesting topics, I will announce this. Basically, I officially finished reading 2 light novel series. I finished up in the last few days. I finished up Trap and Dating Sim and Soma Spiral So Wide. Yep, I did finish reading those. Quite interesting books. Check them out. But as for the topics, first of which basically was announced several days ago. Now, everybody knows about it. Now, the thing is, it was already announced a while ago about Walking Team was going to come out in April. Now, I didn't know the fact it had this. Apparently, Welcome to Evercon has a spin-off series where it's, instead of Aruma becoming a demon, he's trained to become a mobster, and Sullivan is basically a Dawn. Yes. And they just announced, they're getting animation of this from a manga I'd never heard of before, that came out roughly 3 years ago. And get this, it is set to come out in January of next year. I'm like, what? Yeah, it's because I heard about this particular manga. I'd never heard of this before, honestly. Yeah, I thought that was interesting. I was not expecting this at all, but there's that. I did see word, apparently, Freerin, despite the fact we're already, maybe, quarter way through Season 2. Apparently we're getting Season 3 of this one, already? Well, it kind of makes sense. They probably have plenty of material to adapt for Season 3, so there's that. Do I think we're 10 episodes again? I don't know, but I'm happy it's getting a Season 3, so good for basically Freerin for basically getting Season 3. Of course, we're going to get hopefully more info maybe next month on the... Well, I did read about this on some anime news. Apparently, next month we're going to get more word on that. The fact that... Well, the fact that... I lose my train of thought because of people here. So... Oh, yeah. That... Other people think we're info. Yeah.
Lock it up. Oh, looky here. I didn't even take the Christmas out of here. Alright. Oh, dear.
Anyways. Alright, so...
Can you help us?
Need help, Grandpa?
I'm trying, Nick. Don't ever get old. One alternative.
Yeah, that's why I was looking when you get up. Grab this, because this is more solid than this.
Yeah. It's not so easy to grab. I'm sorry.
I'm sure when you get up, it's quite easy to grab, right? But when you get up off the pod, you can grab that when you get up. Because if you have a grip on this, this is
see that pot. I wish I didn't have to go.
Okay.
I don't want to go.
Alright. I'll give you privacy, Grandpa, okay?
I guess.
Anyways. Yeah. But the other piece of news that I heard, and I'm very happy to hear about this. Sorry about that. I held my grandpa with something. So, it was announced today, and this is blowing up all over Twitter about this. And first anime to based upon light novel series to receive a 6th season. Yes, light novel series. Manga has had multiple seasons for some of these ones, but 6 seasons for this one. And this one is, believe it or not, is it wrong to try to have girls in a dungeon? Season 6. I'm like, whoa. I'm like, oh my gosh, Season 6 already? I mean, we had Season 5 come out last year. No release date for it yet, per se. Though, apparently, some people are not having faith in this, given what happened with Season 5. I've heard criticism that it was butchered. And I put on there first half wasn't. First half was actually pretty good. Like, I have to ask, where in season 5 was it butchered? Like, I'm like, what season did you watch? Because some people, I'm telling about this. Now, when it comes to adapting a book, I think it was book 16. I think it was where they had the date with the woman who's actually Freya. The whole thing with that was actually done really well in the anime. Yes, it was, and it did partially adapt book 15. And I think it adapted books 16, 17, 18. Now, 16, 17, in my honest opinion, they did a really good job adapting these things. And I would say the cuts were minimal at best. I don't think it was butchered for that point of view. Like, if you want to point to where it started to hurt the season per se, is when they started adapting book 18. Which, for some strange reason, and I do not know why this was, JC Stapp decided to skip over a lot of conversations from chapter 1 of book 18. But after that first episode that did book 18, the arc went perfectly fine. And I'm kind of I'm going to ask this again. Where in season 5 was it butchered? Why? Because Ainz wasn't included? Let me spell something out for some people who criticize, they cut out Ainz from season 5. Here is the thing with the books that adapted that particular, after that season. You want to know what that is? Ainz, what was there, yes, her role in the season was perfectly fine. Like, they probably thought, they cut too, but Brattic almost cut out her character. I'm like, have you people actually, some people, I'm telling people who actually claim it was butchered. Some people claim it was butchered. Have you actually read books 16, 18? Have you read these books? Because her role in those books were very minimal at best. And that is not J.C. Staff's fault. That is the original writer's fault, not J.C. Staff's fault. Okay? It's like at times, some people think, something was cut for a character not being there, it was the anime's fault. No! Blame the source material. It's its fault, not J.C. Staff's fault. It's like, oh my gosh, seriously. Like, do I need to basically explain on plain English for people who don't understand this? J.C. Staff did a pretty okay job with season 5. Yes, it was a little bit shorter than the previous season, the show, season 4, which was done really well. I love season 4 as well. Do I think that basically a season 5 should have been longer? Yes, I do. I definitely believe the season should be longer. Do I think it needed to be 22 episodes? Not necessarily. I wouldn't mind it if it was 18, 20-ish. Probably not 22. But I would have squeezed out at least two, maybe 4 more episodes out of that final stuff. Yes, that's what I would have done. But that is my overall opinion on it, per se. Because now, someone did like my comment, like the first half of the season was actually pretty good. Until I did the book 18. Yes. Which is definitely true. And now here's the thing. I read book 19. It starts with this brand new arc called School. Apparently book 21, which is actually the end of that story, which I thought book 20 was. I'm like, did I get the wrong info there? Because I thought the book 20 was the end of that brief story arc. And here's kind of the thing. Okay, for those of you probably wondering about what's happening in book 2021, for one thing, I haven't read these books yet. And the reason is actually really simple. It's not been released here at all. I haven't read them. So I don't have an opinion on those yet. I read book 19. I love book 19. It was fantastic. Because book 19, for those of you curious, picks up right where we left off with the season. Yes, like right afterwards. Like it like picks up right in the aftermath of it. Which I'm hoping really hoping that they keep that scene in pretty much almost verbatim from the actual light novel. Would they? That depends upon JC Staff, whether they want to do. Now, those of you curious about this, because we got a trailer released for this season, for season 6, which, yeah, I'm happy for that. And that's one image that was seen. So, how long is this book? This book is, if you take out the afterword and some extra stuff, it's 260 pages. Can this be done? Yes. It's not very long. Now, I have kept looking for when the World Book 20 gets released here, but I haven't seen it released here yet. And it's been over a year. Yeah, that's the image they showed right there. That image. I saw that in the trailer as well. But, so I'm curious though, is Book 20 been released yet? The answer is no. Because there has been no official release date for this book. I haven't seen anything per se. Because, of course, basically that yeah, and there has been nothing. Absolutely nothing. So those who think like, oh, have I missed the release of Book 20? I have not. Because I just looked it up. It has not been released here yet. So please. So anybody who has read a fan translation of Book 20, for the love of God, don't spoil it. Because I haven't read it yet. I'm waiting for a physical release. A book I can hold in my hand. Like this book here. Those of you curious, was any images shown from the trailers for well, they did show I think they did. I don't think they showed this one. This was the cover Book 20. They did not show the image for this one in the trailer. No, but I am definitely looking forward to season 6. Yes, I'm very much looking forward to it. Yeah, and they have not released it here yet. When? Don't know when. Because Yin Press has been very quiet on that part. For those of you curious though, how long ago was Book 19 released? Book 19 was released August 2024. That was 1 year and I think like about almost 18 months ago. Yes. That's how long ago the book was released here. Book 20 was released in December of 2024. Roughly just a few months after the English release of the previous volume. And you would think like maybe at some point last year they would have released the book, but they didn't. There was no release of Book 20 last year. None. And I'm still waiting word on it. Yes. Yes, I am. And some people think that JC Staff hates Sword Aurora. That's why they refuse to adapt it. That is the opinion some people they have about the series. But here is the honest opinion about Sword of Auroria that you may or may not know about this particular series. And the reason I have heard of why we have not got season 2 of this. The reason is not because JC Staff hates Sword of Auroria. That is not the reason. The reason I have heard of why we have not got season 2 of Sword of Auroria is because of low viewership. Like, according to some numbers, apparently no one watched it. That's the reason I have heard of why we've not gotten season 2 yet. I would love a season 2, yes, but that's of the JC staff. It's just that they've decided not to do it because, of course, it wasn't successful for them. That's the reason why. It's not because they hate it, as some people claim that they do. That, like I said, that's not the reason. The reason is because, from what I've heard, no one watched it when it came out. No one did. It just came and went. Is the Sword of Auroria anime terrible? No, it's actually really good. And for those of you who are going to be asked to have this question, where can I watch it streaming wise? Simple, the same place you can watch it for High Dive. It is a High Dive along with the Isron Turos. And no, do not blame High Dive for the quality of the show. Okay? They just license and stream it. They're not responsible for how the anime looks. That's the studio's prerogative, not High Dive, and definitely not Crunchyroll. I get the fact Crunchyroll gets blamed for certain things, but how the anime looks is not their doing. That studio's doing, not theirs. I'm sorry if we're going to have to go on the rant about this, but reading these comments online about this release, like, oh, they have low faith because of what happened with Season 5. I enjoyed Season 5. Though it was the first season of the entire show to receive delays, production delays, and it was like for the last 2 episodes. It wasn't like the whole season was delayed. But that depends upon the series. Okay? So please, for the love of God, okay, just for people who want to complain that the adaptation was butchered for Season 5, calm the frick down. No, it was not. Okay, and you probably be asked in the comment section, did you actually read the light novels? I did. I have read them. I own the books. I have read them. I have compared between both the light novel and the anime. And from what I can tell, very little was cut. Yeah, except for like one episode. Except for one episode we cut a little too much. Generally put, they did a pretty good job adapting these 3 books. Okay? I don't want to keep going about this, because I want to move on to something else. So I'm positive, okay? So yeah, that's pretty much it for a particular video. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, to notifications. I'm sorry for the ranting, but I had to basically get my opinion about this, okay? So, next up is, well, I only have 2 anime to work about today, and that's Dragon Stargaze and Let This Game So Retire. If they're out, I'm going to watch them. Probably going to be watching a couple episodes of Jam Person and watching the movie, and then I'm going to go back to Jam Person briefly, and then work on the 2 new anime, okay? Thanks, you. Bye.